Hey, we're BamBam-O-Rama. We're back with Jacob Rene.
And we're here at the Weird Sanctuary in Odessa, and these guys are about to get their tarot cards read. Let's get weird.
So we've never been tarot read before, I don't believe. Have you, Adrian?
No.
Well, welcome.
So
It's not that serious. I mean, like I said, I don't like the flavor of like, oh, there's bad cards and there's good cards. Every card can be good. There's positivity in every card. There's messages in every card. Each card, so that you have 22 major arcana, the rest are minor arcana. So I believe there's 78 cards altogether. You know, there's a lot.
Right.
So, but in any event, each is represented by an element: earth, fire, wind, water. Each element represents things in your life. Water being emotion, fire being passion,
so it
air
doesn't
being
represent
mind.
how we die or anything?
No. I mean, it's inevitable.
Right.
We're all gonna die. But, I mean, there are warnings. Sometimes there are warnings like health, warnings like who you hang around with, maybe going places you shouldn't go. There's warnings. Yeah. So every element represents a thing. So yeah. Is anyone like people, I mean, we all have shit going on, but does anyone have like something in particular going on that you're like, I wonder if he'll catch on that? Or like,
I don't know.
maybe situation? Come on.
Situation.
Like, what about a relationship?
I mean, I'll play ball, but I'm confused on like.
Well, there's no,
Well, like, yeah, what's going on in your life, Adrian?
yeah, like,
Are you talking to a lady?
No, God, I don't have the funds to do that.
I mean, ain't that it?
Well, we are looking for a sugar mama.
That's
We
right.
definitely are looking for that for him, because he needs that in his life. I mean, it could be also too, well, I don't know, let's pull a card, and we'll just see who.
We'll see what happens.
I'll pull a card, and whoever actually it resonates with, you let me know, and then from there I'll start.
Can I make a confession real quick? I thought these were pistachio shells at first.
No.
What is that? Is
They
it
kinda- seashells?
They're seashells from Florida.
But I thought like, oh, I guess like it's like.
You're
you
like,
know,
did he eat that pistachio?
That's like, because
Did
it's
he
like
clean
so I can
that?
speak the truth or something. I don't know.
Did he?
Well,
mean,
now
that's
I
actually
want
not a bad idea.
pistachios. Like,
Pistachios are great. I mean, it does kind of look like a pistachio, but no, that's a seashell from the ocean.
which ocean do we know?
Yes, it was on Miramar Beach in Florida. It says
Wow.
in Florida.
Okay.
I was hoping it was Billy.
Billy Beach.
Billy Ocean.
Billy Ocean.
Sorry, I'll leave those.
I say I don't have any experience with tarot. I did end up on Witch Talk for a while, and I've seen live tarots on there, but I don't think
Yeah.
that counts, right? Does that count for?
It does kind of count. I don't know. I think it's weird because in this day and age, I feel like virtual is just as effective as like in person, in my
Okay.
opinion. Because spirit is just kind of like travels through anything, through all space and time. It's not really like a finite thing. So yeah, that does work. And if it's stuff you resonate with, then definitely, it just kind of depends on the person.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to it and you're just kind of like, just listening and just kind of seeing what they say, then yeah. But if it's actually like, oh fuck, he's on something. So it just depends. I will say that most readings that I've done, I usually am able to pick up on something. So, he smells fine.
Pick up on. Never mind.
He smells fine.
Again, I'll leave. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't understand. I just missed the joke.
Oh, he said he usually
up on
picks up on
like,
something.
Like he
and
smells
I
bad,
smell.
but he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He smells good. I would like you to cut the cards once. So cut them in half and put the other one on top. So you get a turn, and then I shuffle more, and then he gets a turn. So that way we all put our energy into it.
So we're both putting our energy in there, because like you said, you're gonna randomize the card and see who it
Yeah.
resonates with. Ooh, I like.
To be
this.
honest, since we're all together, y'all have a business together. It could things could come out as
We could have a BamBam-O-Rama.
like a
reading.
BamBam-O-Rama reading. BamBam-O-Rama reading.
BamBam-O reading.
BamBam-O reading.
Love it.
That's fun.
Tarot-O-Rama.
We could make you a little reading rainbow looking intro.
No.
Have Jacob hosting.
Reading.
Right.
Tarot.
He's kind of got like a. Oh, that doesn't work. I was gonna say he's got a coat of many colors, but that is not. That is not reading rainbow, is it?
It's Dolly.
That's Dolly.
But same. But that's fine.
Your head's in the right place.
Oh.
Something jumped out, huh?
Yeah, it's a popping card. So.
For me, right?
No, well, this is fate.
Could
We're
be.
doing me as the main point
Sorry.
here, so which is fine. So y'all got the High Priestess.
Okay.
So the High Priestess represents intuition. You have 2 here, which can actually represent a pair. You have duality here, which is like could be representative of both of you of being, you know, you have one who's kind of one way, you have another one who's another way. However, the blend of it, if you look behind it, it's blue, it's clear, it could be water, it could be the sky. But there's clarity in the partnership there. Especially, so you've got pomegranates in the background, which you have fruit, something growing, you know, so
I ate pomegranate yesterday.
you know what, and I'm not even gonna lie, the cards will pick up on literal things. So if you did eat pomegranate, that could actually be representative of like things that are going on, and you wouldn't even realize that because you're like, I want a pomegranate. But sometimes, like, I feel like your like soul can like yearn for things and you not realize, because pomegranates represent growth and represent like literal like fruit of your labor.
I was hoping it meant that we were getting BJs by some chick.
The same chick.
It could be that.
That's fine.
I mean, it does say
Because
BJ.
it says BJ.
It does say BJ.
I'm sorry.
No, that's.
I
fine.
mean,
that's funny.
I don't know if y'all are like into that, like the sharing or whatever.
Not necessarily, but at this point,
But,
I'm
you
not
know,
opposed to getting a
if you're-
BJ and
if
then
you're
him
drunk
also
enough, I guess.
one way or the other.
Well,
Well, I
you
don't
could-
drink anymore, but
Well, there you go. You're good friends.
That's true.
I mean, sure. Whatever. It's 2024 almost.
I think it will be 2024 when we drop this episode. So.
there you go.
So that's really cool there. I will say that, like with the cloak there, that represents emotional flow. So maybe y'all have gone through like recently where it's kind of like you've been kind of unsure maybe of doing this, or maybe unsure of like moving forward with I guess project that y'all are in together because of the 2 there. Maybe at times there's moments where maybe y'all don't vibe, and you're just kind of like, let's put this down for today. So this can be a signal of like maybe one day if y'all are filming and it's just not vibing, put it down, give it a break, go smoke a J, go hang out for a little, you know, because I feel like with this duality, it's definitely something y'all are gonna have to work on to be in flow, just like her garment there. And stay in constant flow with each other. Maybe get a BJ from the same person.
Okay. That could make our bond stronger.
We are planning on going to Vegas again.
Huh.
There we go.
So there you go. Get your life. But anyway, if you aren't planning on getting a BJ from the same person, I would say that focus on kind of flowing together. You will know when y'all aren't kind of on cue with each other. So permission, I like permission slips. Permission slip to take a break.
He won't give me enough room.
And put it down for a minute. And put it down for a minute. Because if you, and with the fruits there, you've got things growing. Don't always focus on the end product. That's another thing I want to tell you. Don't focus on the end product. Focus on growing it more, you know, watering it. The High Priestess does represent that water, so constantly water your fruit, your things you're creating together. So yeah, and I will say that on those days that y'all aren't feeling vibey or whatever, there could be something blocking. Sometimes if you look there in the middle, it's a veil. And it could sometimes be that maybe you're too focused on the end product. So kind of, you know, warning to focus more on the art rather than on the end product of what it's gonna bring. Because if you're good, you're good, and it's gonna bring good shit. So, I do get energy of like, y'all work really well at night, represented by the moon here. So it could be one of those things too that maybe there's just a certain time y'all work best. So yeah, so I'd say a lot of with this, I'm getting energy of like maybe time management, flow, taking breaks when you need to take breaks, like not necessarily like more like take breaks like if y'all aren't vibing, like as far as like maybe your jokes aren't hitting with each other really well, or like kind of you're just So yeah, so that's what I'm kind of feeling here with the High Priestess, which is really funny because I do have the two there, and you're like a duo. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna pull another one, see where we're going here. I mean, have you had moments where you feel you're like, you're getting on my nerves, go away? Like
we
you're
both
like,
do. Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
talk about it
absolutely.
freely.
I think we honestly gotten on each other's nerves this morning. No joke.
that's representative here.
I mean, it's just that I really genuinely don't remember, but it's because
It happens. I mean,
I mean, we
just-
got over it.
Especially
Like,
for
real
us,
quick.
that's just how it is.
That
Yeah.
is how it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all resonate with it, but I feel like there is kind of an opposite here. Like,
Sure.
kind of, I feel like one's one way and the other one's kind of like, it's not that serious. And the one's like, no, I want to do it this way.
I think we are that way on giving the project absolutely.
Yeah. But that's cool though, because y'all have that common focus. If you also look here in the middle with that cross, that shows all four elements kind of being in sync with each other. So just kind of like read each other out. If you notice one's being a little more serious, kind of come back with it with a little comedy. One's being comedy, come back with a little serious. Maybe one's being kind of a little airheady, kind of poke fun at the other one. You know what I mean? So kind of just make sure to play on every element. Don't leave anything out. I feel like y'all are the type that could have like a wide audience. Like not just
Well, we want to have Hispanics,
yes, like
Asian,
everyone.
not just whites.
Right, make fun of everyone.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, I wanted
So,
little
yeah.
white people to watch our
making
stuff
a
as
lot-
possible.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Making a lot of dad jokes right now.
Okay.
Dad jokes are funny. There's like
think dad jokes are
professional
funny.
comedy troops like making a living off of doing
No, for
dad
real.
jokes on TikTok. Like, so do it.
This ticky-tacky. So people do make money off that? It's so weird. I feel like coming from like the social media era where it's like we started with Facebook, I remember Zango where I had to fucking know HTML
Right.
to make my own layout. Like you had to kind of be smart when this shit came out.
If nothing
like,
else, resilient and resourceful, right?
Right. And like now it's kind of like, I feel like the TikTok's kind of cool or whatever, but I'm like, I feel like when it all started, you had to like kind of put some work into it.
Yeah.
Like for real. So like MySpace, I feel like I had to really put work into that.
I remember.
Like my top friends, like, when I was mad at you.
Yeah.
You fucking knew.
That's right.
Like for real. And then my song on my page would be like, I hate you. Like, like it was like you had to put
Yeah,
work
you
into
put an
that.
angry song on there. You took someone off your top friend.
Yes,
So
like
that-
it was
so
a
that when they
moment.
went
It
to
was
your
an
page, you were
era.
they were like,
Like social media has gotten lazy. Like, can I say that?
Oh yeah. Of
Like
course.
these kids are lazy with this social medias.
I mean,
Like,
there's
we
a
had to work.
reason that the pattern of entertainment is degrading, like in quality,
Yeah.
because it's easier.
There's nothing that annoys me more than boring people who make a lot of money, like in entertainment. Like,
The
you're allowed to be
Kardashians.
boring, and you're
Like
like
what?
The
rich.
Kardashians.
the Kardashians. I know they're boring.
Listen, she's got her scams.
Oh, that's
Have you
right.
seen that
She-
commercial?
I should wear some of those.
She's like,
You know what I mean? Tighten up a little bit.
yeah,
Maybe
your
get that
skins.
sugar mama.
Yes, get your skins.
So tell us a little bit more about, what you do here at
Yeah.
Weird.
So, a lot of what I do is I'm kind of their guest tarot reader. I'm really good friends with the owners, and I've been doing tarot for a long time, and it just kind of got to a point where I didn't really want to hide it anymore, and I kind of was ready to do something with it professionally, and it's kind of like I kind of just took the leap and took my first reading just to see where it went, and it actually went really well. And from there, that person told someone else, and it just kind of went from there. And then I was kind of like, well, this would be really cool if I actually had, somebody wanted to do it in person, and I was like, well, I haven't really thought about that because I'm kind of like anti-people hermit mode. I'm like, this is really cool, so I don't have to be around people, you know what I mean? I'm like kind of inadvertently kind of screwed myself over because I'm like, oh, people are gonna want to do this in person. I was like, fuck, okay. And then so I happen to know Bradley Moonchild, who reads tarot out of here at the Weird Sanctuary, and he's, also, one of the owners of it. And so he was like, hey, why don't you come out here and, maybe do a guest reading, every so often. So every so often turned into every Saturday. So it's just I've just kind of
Become a regular.
naturally become part of the family here, and they're great. They have so many tools. I've had clients where I come in for readings. I'm like, hey, use this crystal for this, use this candle for this, use this herb for this, and it's just kind of really cool that I can just kind of pick tools and things to help people, and it just kind of works for everyone. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and having, you know, a space where I feel safe and feel open enough to share, you know, with people who need it. So yeah, and along that, it kind of helps me with my creativity, and it helps me with songwriting, and it kind of, you know, gives me more perspective from what other people are going through, and it really helps me with my art. So I kind of adopted the intuitive arts, you know, idea. I'm an intuitive artist. So yeah, so that's kind of my vibe. That's where I'm going with it. I want a whole intuitive arts movement. I want songwriting, people like chasing their dreams and kind of being more accepting to the spiritual and to the, you know, I guess new age. I hate words like that, but you know, that sort of, that thing, the weird thing. So that's kind of like where I'm going with it. And I'm just, at this point, I feel like forcing things hasn't really worked in my favor. So I feel like now falling into things naturally has kind of worked for me, which has brought me here.
Kind of like we fell into this card here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the duality's there. Which is really funny too, because you're wearing light color and he's wearing dark color.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's pretty often, to be honest.
I'm the J and you're the B.
Okay, so now I need you to cut the cards again. However you want. You can do it whatever.
But in poker, you
Shut
have
up,
to
shut
you have to
up.
cut at least 3
Should I-
cards.
should I-
It's whatever you feel like you need to do.
Oh. Just so I,
Go.
you know, like I don't
Cool.
want to interrupt
Your turn.
something that I
You're
don't-
not.
Oh, snap. Oh, you did it. Okay.
I don't. Can
You don't
put
want to
it-
do that one?
No, I
I'll
don't
do
want to put
it.
it back on top.
Just
Okay,
making him
I'll
work.
do it
I
for
see.
you.
The white man making Mexican work.
It's a thing. Honestly, it is a
You work
poker
for
thing
me.
for me.
Just
It
kidding.
is a, and actually,
I
I tried
own
it
you.
wrong. I meant to.
So, that's cool. So we have a King of Swords here. So this could represent, somebody is definitely mastering the element of the mind. So when you have swords, you have the element of air. Let everyone see that. When you have swords, you have the element of air. Air represents communication, technology, messages back and forth, kind of moving parts behind the scenes, anything you think of with the mind that's not necessarily up front. If you have the sword, if you see the sword here, in some cards the sword actually goes past the card, so you actually don't know how far the sword goes. With here, you see how far it is, so that means that it's something finite. So one of you, maybe both of you, are actually learning to become a master of communication. Maybe there's been something with technology, like what we were going through earlier, actually, could be representative of learning curves. You could be thinking of taking on, are any of you thinking of taking on an class or something?
I think both of us are thinking about education in some form.
Yeah, we've
So swords definitely do represent education. And you have the King of Swords here, which is cool because it could represent both of you. Yeah, this definitely could represent education, technology, things with like tech, production, live events, media. This is definitely representative of that. If you see the butterflies in the background, that definitely shows that you're in a metamorphic period. You're definitely growing, you're learning, I don't see a caterpillar, I see butterflies, which means that with the king, you're actually close to mastering whatever it is that you're trying to take on education-wise or with your mind. You're almost there. Like I said, the sword isn't past the card, so that means it's a finite thing. So you're onto something. I feel very good energy with this card, especially with the king being on the throne, being on something that's green. You see the trees back there, you see all that green growing. Definitely good vibes with that. He's definitely, I would say the warning here is just to lighten up a little bit. Sometimes kings get a little too authoritative, I guess. So, you know, small warning there, not to be too bossy, not to be too, like I said, sometimes it's okay to take breaks, referring back to the High Priestess, to be in flow, because the king can sometimes be a little bit too, like, strict. So yeah, very good card here with the King of Swords. So you're on the verge of mastering whatever, in this case, the element of the swords, which would be communication, education, technology, production, media, all that stuff. Very, very good card
We're
to
taking
roll.
that basket weaving class.
Underwater.
Oh, okay. This is
There's
fun.
water in the background. Just saying, maybe that's a hobby you take on.
Okay, well, that feels good.
cool.
Using
It
your
does feel good.
mind, I mean, you gotta hold your breath. So yeah, underwater basket weaving, I see that in your future.
You're gonna make an underwater basket weaving TikTok, and it's gonna be the biggest TikTok
I'm about to master
ever.
it. apparently.
One more small warning too. The birds here in the background, sometimes you can be a little, maybe ADD, get distracted. I don't want if any of you have that, maybe clinically.
Yeah, I think we
But
both
yeah,
do.
so just kind of a little warning there to like, kind of bring back your focus every once in a while. Cause like you see in the card, it could be like, oh, bird. And you're like, wait, I got shit to do.
Right.
So warning against procrastination. Sometimes it's fun. If your procrastination is working for you though, because I feel like in entertainment, we're artists
does
and
and
like
it
it's kind of
doesn't,
part
yeah.
of.
Yeah, it
So,
depends.
but if I would say if your procrastination is benefiting you, then cool. I would say if it's something that it's more along the lines of anxiety and you're kind of talking yourself out of, because sometimes we're our own, worst enemy. So could be that's the small warning here as well to procrastination. But really cool. So with the first card, you have this first card, which represents, kind of what has been going on, or like what you're, maybe something that just happened. This card crosses this card, which means kind of in the moment now, which is really cool, representing, whatever y'all were doing with education or learning or higher learning. And then now with the third card, you've got a resolution, which kind of means moving forward, maybe kind of a conclusion, maybe kind of a clue or insight to what you need to do moving forward as maybe a partnership in your business. So that's going to be your last card. So any questions, comments? How do y'all feel so far?
I feel pretty great because we have the High Priestess and the King of Swords. Like we have
Which
two
is cool
really.
because he has two royals.
Yeah, we have two royal. That's exactly what it said.
What
like,
point does he stab me with the sword for having the sex with the High Priestess?
After you take, after he finds out that you're her baby daddy.
Oh shit!
Baby daddy drama. You would.
You impregnated my High Priestess. My High Priestess wife.
Like a bird. Okay.
I don't know where my priest is. I don't know where the king of songs is. Anyway. I really love that song. What happened?
That's a really good song.
I don't know.
what
I think
happened
she made enough money. You know what I mean? Like some people just do it.
I love that for her.
I think so. I'm
Like
gonna.
Nelly
That's a guess. I have
Nelly
no
Furtado,
idea.
like-
I have no idea. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, Nelly Furtado, we love you, girl.
Right?
So
She might be up to something. We'll Google
I would
it after
collab with
this.
her. Like, can you imagine, like, out of nowhere, like Nelly Furtado does something? And
What
I'm
if
like,
she's passed away or something?
we're gonna have to look that up. Now I feel weird.
Should I do it now? Nah,
alive,
let's
right?
just yeah. She's alive.
I bet she's alive.
Nelly
I feel like she is.
Furtado. Well, if she is dead, then like she's like a bird and she flew
Maybe
away.
this
I
is
think
who's
we
giving
would've-
us the
I think
cards.
would've learned.
She's like a bird and she flew away. I will say there's people who are like in weird cults that like pray. Like I don't know if you have watched any like shows recently, but there's this one about some cult or whatever. I think it's like the Mother God cult. I don't know if you have heard of that. Like, okay, I'll need to look it up. So it's like this cult out of Portland or whatever, and it's this lady that she claimed to be like Mother God, and she's like, no, I'm God coming back as a woman, and I'm here, and like y'all worship me, blah blah blah. And so, yeah, it's just this weird. Yeah. Anyway, it's weird.
So what you're saying is, we should start a cult.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyway, it's a good show. Y'all should watch it.
I got it. Because we got the High Priestess, we're Mother God.
We're Mother
Mother
God,
God.
and we need y'all to follow us.
Well, she also like needed people to give her money, and they actually gave her money. And she like she had this hideout in like Hawaii, and then she's like, anyway, y'all should watch it. It's pretty interesty.
Honestly, it's amazing how manipulative cult leaders are,
It's kind
and
of
like what they
amazing how
get
people
from
believe
people.
it.
I know.
No shame to people because I know people need something. I feel like, some people need their spirituality, like in certain ways.
But I will tell you this: if
But,
you told me I'm gonna drink this juice and it's gonna kill me, and that's gonna make me closer to the God that this cult leader's teaching me about, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna drink this juice. At this point, I don't want to do this anymore.
But I want to make an actual defense. To be fair, that is the only religion that can deliver what they're promising. because to die and become one with the earth again is the closest thing you can be to
That's fair.
just before you were alive.
That's fair. I agree
See,
with that.
I would just be like no shit, I'm gonna be with the earth.
And that's what I'm saying.
Right,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Give
in
me
the
my
end,
$20 back. Like,
Right.
in the end, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming, but I'm only coming because I know there's pizza and you
Like-
guys are gonna be dead and there's gonna be enough.
Like,
Right,
I'm paying,
yeah.
like I'm paying y'all to tell me some off the wall shit. Like Mother God thought Robin Williams was one of her fucking angel guides and he was telling her to do, like, I want that. Like, I want fucking Betty White to be like my spirit guide and be like, this is what I need you to do. So I can tell you motherfuckers, I need $20 to tell y'all what Betty White told me to tell you. Right. Like, that's what I need.
You know, if we get better with the animation, which truthfully this idea doesn't seem so far-fetched now, we can make a cartoon Betty White and then have you have like basically like where it's you, and then we
Right.
have the cartoon whoop, and we make like this little
Oh my
skit.
God.
This would be so
Okay,
cool. I want to
you
do
know
this.
who my people would be? Probably Betty White and Selena.
Oh, there you go.
Imagine how random
That's
but
your-
funny.
That would be
yeah.
good. I like this. So that's
These are
just
your
that's a
little spirit
goal.
guides?
Speaking of, you know, like mastering stuff, that's a goal for me to
Like, that's
try to
cool.
get to where I can
See?
animate that.
Look, that's the King of Swords.
Right.
Technology.
And that would be so much fun.
Oh my, dude,
That would be cool.
this is kind of blowing my mind right now because this really does go with what you're talking about. And that actually goes with y'all two, like being in flow with your shit. Like that's really cool. Like how much that resonates. Okay, do your thing.
I'm just kidding.
He's like, wait, no,
No, I want to
first.
go. Start pushing it off the table.
I cut towards you.
Okay,
Oh God,
Sorry.
it's not
No.
poker.
It's the other way. Yeah. This is the, yeah.
okay. No, that's great.
I know it's not. It's a habit. I can't not do it.
You did it wrong the other one.
I did do it wrong the other one. And I hated, and I commented.
Listen, you're supposed to be more silly when we're being silly.
See?
I am being so.
Damn, be silly, motherfucker. Just kidding. Can we cuss in this show?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. We
I
can
love
do whatever.
that.
This is our show.
Because it's BamBam-O-Rama.
Bam
That's
Bam
right.
Rama. And Bam Bam Rama fucking
They-
cusses.
Yeah, they cuss. I like that. I posted something the other day. I'm like, I feel like cussing means I care. Like, if I cuss,
Right.
I care. So, like, if I don't cuss at you, it's like, do I really care about you?
You don't feel comfortable,
Like,
right? I mean, that's what I
if
feel
I don't
about it.
cuss
Like,
at you, do I love you?
I mean, definitely being from, you know, the Latin culture, that's something.
Yeah, like like I love you means I'm gonna yell at you. I'll probably maybe hit you. I mean, this is in '99. It was fine.
right?
I might, you know, vandalize your car because of my love and dedication. So I need more of that. I need that kind of passion in my life.
We just live with spice, you know?
What other people call, you know, toxic, I would say is passion.
I just call it being alive. ¿Sabes qué? I just want to leave.
Órale. Oh, cool.
I don't like this one. No, I'm just kidding.
This just looks like we're gonna fight.
No. That's the thing. If you notice, you're not fighting. No one's hurt.
What are we doing?
What is going on here?
It's like play fighting.
Oh.
We're making
But it's upside
making
down.
a
Y'all
fort.
got it reversed. Oh. Which means that if you've had any guards up recently with like maybe work situations or like business, now is the time to kind of throw your weapons down and think more collaboratively rather than adversarially. Is that a right word? Adversarially?
Believe so.
I think that is, yeah.
Wow.
Adversely.
Felt really. But
You just don't look at me
Hold
like I
on.
hit you. Yes. And then I
adversarially
was
means like adversary, like an opponent. Whoa.
You looked at me like I'm so.
Do not correct me, Adrian.
But- damn, you got told.
Oh my soul! You cut me.
So we got it upside down. So what does that mean? Like
So that
we're-
just means if you the release there is to like put your guards down, because when you turn it upside down, you're actually, these are falling. You think of them falling out of your hands. You're kind of letting go of it. So I would say the release, the conclusion here is to kind of maybe let your guard down a little more, being freer with because wands represent fire, represent passion. So I would say maybe put your guard down as far as maybe you hold back in certain, maybe when you're filming, you maybe hold back certain like, oh, I don't want to offend people, or you know. And there is a way to be funny and make it funny without being offensive. Like, and to be honest, I feel like there are ways to make offensive things funny.
I
feel
agree
like
with
it's
that
definitely
100%.
the delivery. So I think with this here, considering the area, you know, where you film and, you know, kind of where your audience is, I definitely would think about still being cheeky, but learning how to do it in a way where it's funny and resonates with everyone, where it's not like, you know, you're not gonna piss off really, you know, any. And if you do piss them off, make sure it's because it's something funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not because like, oh, they're actually, that's how they think and they're pieces of shit. So that would be my conclusion here with y'all being opposites, mastering the communication and the technology without having any guards up and not being scared to follow your fire and your passions.
Also, could we interpret this as this is us sitting on our thrones and we're watching people fight upside down?
Yes.
Yes, we.
So the people that we have hanging upside down in the basement fighting, it's okay to watch them.
It's okay to do
But
that.
they're not really fighting because no one's bleeding or
Well,
hurt.
yeah, they dropped their sticks a long time ago.
Right.
Because they're
And
upside down.
actually, what's really going on is everyone's having a big orgy in your basement.
Yeah, that's what it
Fire
was.
is sexual energy.
Oh, there we go.
So,
So when you're in reader mode, right? Do you have moments where you, because of course you're going to be giving your advice through it, right? And you're feeling it. But do you have moments where you reserve advice?
I wouldn't say reserve it. I would say, like I said, there's a way to say things in a way that resonates with people, and I'm just like through my intuition and my psychic ability, I'm really able to read people's energy and kind of know more or less how they would react to what I say before I say it. So it's kind of, and it's really weird because it all happens within a split second. Like you would think it's like an hour-long process, but really it's within a split second. I just know how to say it in a way that they're gonna receive it. And yeah, I would say that there's some things where I'm like, the psychic in me knows you're gonna go fuck up anyway, and you're gonna go make the most horrible decision. But however, the way I need to tell you is, here's the warning in the card, right? Because there really isn't like a negative. Because the negative is more of like what decision you make. It's not really what the card's the warning, and you're kind of whether you make it bad or not. So there are situations where I'm really intense in a reading and I kind of know, I'm like, okay, this person is doomed. Or, you know, not doomed, but like, I know they're gonna learn the hard way. So it's easier for me to be like, well, this card says to avoid stop signs. Or, you know, this card says maybe to avoid people with the last name B. That's all I'm getting. Like, sometimes I can get it right on the money like that, where I'm like, you're about to meet somebody, I don't know who they are, but their last name starts with a B, I need you to stay the fuck away from them. You know, but it could be somebody who's really sensitive. It'd be like, there might be somebody you might be meeting soon where you might want to stay away. So, it just depends. It just depends on the person.
For the record, he wasn't telling us that, right?
Right, no.
Avoid the beef.
Yeah, no.
Avoid the bees. Avoid the bees.
Avoid the J. Avoid white J's.
Avoid white jays.
Who love lesbians.
White ass jank ass.
White ass Jake Astor.
Right. Avoid B, bald.
Aw.
Oh, that's both of them.
I love you, bald. I like bald. There's nothing wrong with it.
We are the bald duo.
I love that. It's your brand. It's like,
It's part of it.
I think if y'all had hair at this point, I wouldn't be like,
Have you seen the
what
skulls?
show am I watching? Yes.
What did you
I love the skulls.
Yeah.
So, I thank you for saying that. I'm going to ask you this advice. Recently, someone I follow on social media said that he went to Austin and got stem cells in his head so he can grow hair. And I've been honestly thinking about it.
Yeah.
You guys should stay bald.
I like the bald. I'm being honest. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, are you that attached to hair, or is it really like? Do you see is your confidence? Because there are people who their confidence is their hair.
I don't have, like, at this point, I do feel like a bald suits me, but I like the ability to change things. And when you have gone bald and can't grow it back,
Let me ask this:
You are
do you
stuck
wear
with bald.
hats?
not very often. I
You
used
try wearing hats.
to get back into my hat life.
I feel like you could be a good fedora guy.
I want a fedora.
Please don't.
That's what I want. A
I
fedora
feel like
so
you
bad.
really
I want
could.
this hat, not necessarily green, but brown. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's happening
Because he's
now.
gonna wear this fucking Canadian tuxedo and then a
I didn't
fedora.
say wear tuxedos. I said wear.
I don't wear
Start
tuxedos.
wearing.
He gets mad at me for
Because
wearing
he's
denim
the
jackets.
denim jacket look thing.
He doesn't
Canadian
like it.
tuxedo.
They look good. People wear them these days. For it to be a full Canadian tuxedo, I'd have to wear a denim shirt
don't
with
try
it.
to get particular with
That's
me.
it? No, that's it. That's what it is.
It says be silly when I want to be silly. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm kidding. You remember this? I'm the king of swords or some shit. I don't remember.
man.
I wasn't. No,
I'm
sorry.
doing blowjobs here.
I'm the one with the BJs. It's on my side of the table.
I have really been wanting a BJ lately, so I'm really glad you gave me this card.
That's a sign.
So also, can we also? Would it be offensive if we made a sketch about this
No.
where we parody some things? Because, you know, again, I'll play ball. I have no qualms with that. But I also I have the wandering mind of just like I can do this and this.
You're a perverted teenage boy. We know.
So, well, I'm not singing sexually, but that's the other stuff. So I was thinking like if I got like the pistachios, and then I had pistachios instead.
Oh my God,
And then
yes.
instead, if I had like the magnets
Yeah.
that that spin,
Like you play with.
and then it
A
had
fidget spinner.
yeah, and then I had a
Yes.
choco stick, because you know,
Choco stick.
you know what I mean, and then like a jelly bean.
Instead of these two, it has to be like Loteria cards.
yeah,
like-
yeah, there you go. So you know what I mean?
Here you get a
18-sided something
I
or
was gonna
20-sided.
say, yeah, I was gonna say,
And a chicken foot.
Dodecahedron,
Just because
whatever it's
Mexicans,
called.
we think everything's
Oh yeah,
a chicken
it's
foot.
a chicken wings.
Everything
And
chicken
then they're
foot.
like, "What's the wing for?" Like, oh, no, that was lunch. Actually, that's a really good start to it.
It's a really good.
Do you have any questions?
I don't know if I have any questions.
I would say this is kind of like the middle, like kind of focal point here. So I feel like you're really onto something with the technology and the education and the kind of being a little more able to do your animation and like, because that speaks like as far as content, that's really going to speak. It's going to, when people are going to look at it, they're not going to be like, oh, these amateurs from Midland, Texas. You know, they're going to be like, okay, this motherfucker has a whole he's got production chops, and he actually makes it look like a legitimate like show, where it's not like, you know, my college assignment that I had to do Monday.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, and it's no offense at all, but I'm like, I feel like this is gonna be that for you. With the king, you're right there. I mean, you're a master. The king is the master of the swords.
And that is 100% the goal. Whether we stay on making YouTube videos, we've written scripts, trying to also make movies. Our goal is to make it not look like we're students. And we wanna
To
look
make
like
it
we're-
look like holy fuck, these motherfuckers are actually really good with their production chops.
It's honestly really wild how much this stuff does resonate with everything. Like everything that was said tonight, I feel like could be shared between both of us. Pretty wild and pretty awesome, I feel like.
Thank you. I love it, and thank you for letting me read for y'all. It's really cool, especially, you know, doing it together. I will say this is the first where I've been able to do a reading, like a duo reading, where it kind of is 2 into 1. And I knew it was gonna work out in its own way, because it always does, but it's really cool to see how it played out and how much really it represents both of you.
I think this was really cool too, because it did end up that way. We had talked about the 2 different possibilities that we were hoping to film as. This was not one of them, honestly.
It just kind of morphed that way.
It fell into
I
place.
kind of figured, it was gonna happen. I was like, blending. That's gonna be all. It'll be you together, which that's freaking awesome too. Because I feel like now, next time you film together, I feel like you're really gonna be able to read each other. Like, you know how like on SNL, the timing is just so right. With people and y'all know each other and then you know what to say, when to say it, and everyone's fucking just rolling like I feel like you're on the verge of that flow.
That's fine, but if it doesn't happen I'll give it 3 years. We're replacing this with a choco stick next time.
No, the next time we film, it's gonna be, instead of us working together, it's gonna be like, I'm the king of swords. You need to listen to me.
No, I'm very pleasantly surprised that it does, ring a bell to a lot of things. Jacob, thank you so much for joining us
You're
tonight.
so welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you to what do they call them? Weird.
Yeah, Sanctuary Weird.
Sanctuary Weird.
Yes.
Thank you to Sanctuary Weird, and thank you to Jackson for being the high priestess that's giving us all BJs later.
Woo!
Oh,
BJ's.
okay.
And
like
then your
this
orgies
motion.
in the basement.
Oh, yeah, the origin.
There we go. So make sure if you like this kind of stuff, like the video, let us know what you like in the comments, and
Don't forget to fucking subscribe.
yes, subscribe.
And also, if anyone is interested in a reading, do not hesitate to reach out to me. www.jacobrene.com. There's music there. There's ways to get a hold of me. I am here for all your spiritual, musical needs.
Yes, thank you so much, Jacob.
Definitely get a booking. We're gonna make sure that's in there.
Cool. Well, awesome. BamBam-O-Rama. We're done.
We love y'all. BJ's for
love
everybody.
orgies.
Love it. How fun.